Everything went wrong. The guys were dying. Guys were getting blown up. Things, by the end, the guy's a renegade and an outcast. The movie pretty much ended on almost a downer. That is The Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, just to comment, as I said again, the greatest thing that Planet Earth has produced is Matrix Reloaded.
And that
guys,
has...
Wait, let's...
Yes.
And guys have insulted me for it.
Yes, I'm insulting you.
Yes, the best thing that Planet Earth has to offer to Martians or people from Venus is Matrix Reloaded. That's actually what our offering should be. Hence, but if I want to be like...
aliens, here's a DVD.
But if I want to be objective and say, what is the craziest thing that I've ever seen? T2 Judgment Day is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. Like, if I want to just put everything, story, action, just my thing, like...
Have hope. Good.
T2 Judgment Day is possibly one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Because, like, there are great films.
Good call.
There are great action films, but when you want to put,
T2.
when you put everything together, like, as in
T2.
story...
Yes.
Characters, action, thoughts, emotions.
And, sorry, let me be honest with you, Have Hope. It's like, you want to talk T2. If you're going to be honest, you're going to be talking Dark Knight.
Yes.
T2 is great. It's
T2
great.
is Dark Knight.
But that's the toss-up.
That's the toss-up.
If that's the toss-up,
T2 is better than Dark Knight.
T2 will win.
But
it's a scrap. Because
T2 is not on the same level as Empire Strikes Back.
Because eventually you're going to start analyzing. Okay, so we had the movie pacing, we had the dynamics academy, we had that's the way T2 is. T2 has like sequences of characters, the way things start happening with it, and that's the world they're both in which T2 wins.
T2 beats
I think
it's a fight.
That's the arguments that we should be having then. T2 or Dark Knight. No, for me, T2 easily takes.
No, not easily.
Not easily.
Dark Knight versus T2 is a fist fight.
This is a very strong movie.
It's a very tough film.
A very strong film. So I mean, before you get confused, it's a very strong
T2
film.
versus the Dark Knight is a fight. It's a fight, and I'm saying T2 because T2 is bloody amazing.
It's amazing.
So that's
you want to talk about the bike chase with Arnie getting up against the T2. Then you're going to talk about the bat pod.
Look at the bat pod.
When he came out to this to say,
when he was driving through the mall. Remember when he drove through the mall and then when
when he took out Joker and he started doing that slalom, whatever you call it.
I've seen this film, guys. I've seen this film once, man, and that was a lot to take in for one viewing. I've seen T2 about.
Do you know what it means
times.
in 2008 for a man to bring out? Man, I can't. The tumbler isn't going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, time is going. Like, boom, boom. That's straight from back in the day.
That is from the dark ages.
In the day.
No, do you know what is from the? I mean, listen.
And everyone clapped when it happened.
Yeah, because it was great.
Look.
You know,
Batman regulated in this movie when it comes to that aspect.
No.
Like you had situations whereby things were happening, going.
In this movie, don't be too. In this movie, do you realize that in every hostage situation, the split second the man holding the hostage makes a mistake of talking left, Batman has taken him out.
Yeah, he's taken his out.
There were about 3 occasions.
Yes,
I've watched I've watched this movie once, and like.
Then don't make the statement.
No. Like, this is like initial reaction.
Yeah, but I'm making the statement.
Wait.
Don't make the statement.
Listen, a lot of stuff went down in Dark Knight, and this is a thing that I will need to watch multiple times because it was a lot to take in. So much stuff happened in 2.5 hours. So much stuff. Like, look at how long this whole review is. Yeah, but
it's like 3 hours.
There's about 20 minutes for each section. There is so much stuff to take in. So. Like, I told you that's bad, and I was even saying it from last time to Phantom of Home and the Meg. That bat pod is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
The bat pod was outrageous.
It's one of the because these guys actually reminded me because through all the other stuff, I actually forgot that bat pod was one of the craziest. Like the way it's rolled on that street.
It was. Listen, the thing that was killing me about the bat pod was when he was driving through the actual building.
Oh yeah,
the way it looked. I was like, this thing is and his cape. It was
the cape like billowing in the thing.
It was the street thing is for the fans or the kids. That the look of that reminded me of T2.
Oh no!
When Arnold was driving the bike,
I think no.
And you haven't gotten that since T2.
A scene that will, and I even remember a scene that will go down in history was is that lorry scene? How he took down that lorry, of when he went under the lorry and bent down somehow messed it up, and it then flipped over, and Joker just got messed up, and everybody just clapped because it was a crazy move, and then he flipped over.
The scene that got on in history for me is the mob scene with the Joker.
No, but that's an acting scene.
Yeah, no, I know. But
No, not about action.
He's talking like action.
Yeah, action scene.
That is, I mean, that scene would
When he
throw under
takes the lorry,
the ropes.
he flies under it, and it then flips over, and Joker just messed up and it falls on the floor.
I mean, man, this film, man.
I would say, have hope. I would say I would even push it further because honestly, that heat started from the mall, for me.
The mall.
Do you remember how the bus?
It started from the tunnel.
Yeah, but do you remember how the bus pod rolled out of that building? When he then he started.
It started before that. It started with Harvey Dent being arrested and his Batman.
Yes, I know.
And him being chatted by police.
Look,
it started. No, that's where it started.
It started there
because there was a whole scene of like this guy's being chatted by two police cars.
Look, have hope. They were trying to get him to a point B.
Yeah,
they're trying to get. All
and
you have to do was
nobody,
get it from point A to point
and
B.
There was nobody on the street. It was midnight. The only things I was saying were two police cars and a
look. That was a
bulletproof van.
As we're talking about it now, Dark Knight's actually getting bigger. As we're talking about it now, it's getting bigger. It's going up a level.
And there's a helicopter that got messed up.
Got blown there.
And it was like flying at an angle like this in the air.
It blew up under the thing.
Yeah, it blew up and it just felt this.
No, but these are the reasons why it's in a fight with T2.
It's in a fight with T2.
But for the reasons that we've already ironed out,
it can't
go beyond that. So
but
it's like,
listen, guys, let us be serious. The fact that you have lived in a time that a movie came out that could fight Terminator 2, that's huge. Because I did not think I'd actually see it. That's big. T2 is one of the it's probably it was the best, and it is still because it's a fight, but I would say give it to T2, the best action film blockbuster that had ever been made. This film pushed it hard, real hard. And I'm only giving it to T2 because Cameron is like almost like virtually a genius, basically. So the things that he did in that, I mean, you see the thing about T2 that gave it, I mean, you saw things that you've never seen before. Like the whole liquid metal situation, the way that the fight scenes were choreographed, the way that the action scenes
were done. The story as well.
The story was so amazingly
for me,
well
I think
done.
that's the key thing, like just the actual story of it, like for a blockbuster thing, the story was actually a very sophisticated story for a so-called blockbuster thing.
It's a fight. You know what? Listen, I'd actually even, it's one of those things that I sleep tonight, it's T2, I sleep tomorrow, it's TDK, I sleep tonight, it's T. I don't know. It's a real, because we're talking about scenes and I'm remembering things in Dark Knight and really, I mean, it's give and take.
I'd say that to be honest with you, is like
give and take.
I feel that there's a particular train where TDK there's certain things, and I think it comes down to the differences between the personalities of Nolan and Cameron. There are things that Cameron understands about making these sort of movies, these blockbuster movies. That's got nothing to do with technicality. It's just the way things play out. The way things play out, where it's like, Nolan was, he was never going to do it. It's like, when you understand that, it's like, there's certain things about T2 that Cameron understands, which is why The Dark Knight, for me, never goes above T2. It's definitely in there with a fight, but it never goes. Like, you watch T2, by the time this movie is getting towards, 3/4 of the way, they're in the desert, they're talking to...
But, let me ask you a question on that. Do you think that, like, you're going to see TDK a few more times?
Yeah.
Do you really think that you might not flip a couple of times before